Let me guess. You started over more times than you can even count. I know. I've been there. Been through the same process even making this video. All the thoughts overloading my mind is this the right video? Is this something that I can make? What's going to be the right hook? What's going to be the right thing to say? There are so many different directions that we can go in. There are so many different directions that we can easily fall into. And we have a hard time just figuring out what's the direction we want to fall in and how deep are we actually going to go. Are we going to just try to skate by and kind of see what's best, or are we actually going to go full force into it? So sometimes we have this strong urge to push towards something and it takes you about a week. You go about a week strong, you go maybe a few days, and then it all starts to decline, it all starts to fade. You don't have the same energy anymore. Nothing really sticks. And a reason why it doesn't stick is because you have this idea that consistency is in correlation with motivation. And I want to let you know that consistency does not equal or relate to that motivation. Consistency more relates to the identity that you want to actually embody. Who is the man that you want to be? Who is the man that you want to become? Who is the individual that will not stop no matter what? If you were a person who was praised growing up for being so smart and so intelligent, as you probably were, a lot of those times and a lot of those thoughts will stay with us. And it's not to say anything is wrong with that, but I want to let you know that loop that you were told of being so smart, being so intelligent when you were growing up, is almost fading now. And it's fading because of the fact that every single time you are trying to replicate and get that same feeling, you want somebody else to keep acknowledging you and telling you that you are so smart and you are so intelligent. So you are going to find the easiest route, the easiest path, so you can get that same type of reward. So what you were trying to tell me with you trying to go the easiest route every single time, are you telling me you are motivated to just do the easy work? Are you telling me that you just getting by is good enough for you? Because ultimately that's the direction you're going down. If you are wanting to stick with this same identity, there's a different level to life that you have to grow into, you have to become. You want to achieve all these new goals, you want to achieve these new feats, yet you are not willing to do what it takes to get there. You're not willing to put in the effort to get there. I know there are a lot of videos out there. People want to make all the edits and make it all cool and shit. I really don't care anymore. And sometimes it goes in fades. Some days I want this most perfect video. Some days it's just get the video. But on those days that I just get the video, it allows me to be more raw and authentic. And so this conversation of motivation and consistency kind of popped into my head as I was finishing out the rest of my day. Something about me is every single day I like to be this happy guy, this individual who is very energetic, very, very high energy. And don't get me wrong, I still am very high energy, but it's very like laughing and smiling and giggling, you know, that type of energy. But that guy can very easily be looked over. That guy can very easily be not taken serious. And over time, you get to learn that you have to stop just tolerating bullshit. And sometimes you have to learn to put your foot down and change the demeanor, change your way of acting. Because some people want to think that you are easily able to be pushed over. And so when you show this consistent behavior of this nice persona, people will get used to that, people will get comfortable with that, and people will try to test it. And when people try to test it, people start to think they're a little bit better than you because they think they can get away with things. And then over time, you start to notice that it's not their fault that they're acting this way. It's your fault because you are allowing it to. A big message in this is not the fact of the consistency and motivation. It's the fact of your identity and you taking responsibility for every single thing that is happening in your life. The positions that you are in, the job that you're in, the relationships that you have. It's all because of you. The physique that you have, it's all because of you. It's because of your diet. It's because of the things you're eating on a day-to-day from your past. All of the things accumulated into the time that you are at right now, into the reality that you are seeing now. And so now I'm starting to flip into a different manner and starting to notice that the aggression that was always inside of me is not something that's a burden. It's actually something that is a tool. It's actually something that is worthwhile. I was always told to be the nice guy. Being that nice guy does not always get you to the best direction. So this is when I started to learn and get into the aspect of boxing and started to notice that this is not just some easy sport. You know, it's just supposed to touch the bag, you know. Hell no, you let the rage out. You let the anger out. But you know how to be poised enough to have a calming conversation, but also knowing to flip the switch when need be. I want you to know that your identity can be changed. Your identity can be developed. You just have to practice it every single day. Who is the individual that you want to be? If you see yourself at 30 years old, what does that individual look like? What things are they doing? What are the conversations they're having? And how are they having the conversations? A lot of people tell you to look into the end and try to think in that manner. But you are trying to think in that manner as the man that you are today, and you try to see yourself as this nice individual later on down the road. But you have to know the trials that you're going to go through are going to teach you different lessons, and those trials are going to challenge you. Those trials are going to push you. Those trials are going to piss you off. You are going to be put in settings that are going to challenge your mind, and you have to be ready to fight it. Every single day is this war for you to be better. Every single day is this new battle that is waiting for you to conquer. And if you are going to sit around and be the nice guy and have this consistent behavior of just letting things by, you will no longer be a powerful figure. You will not achieve this end desire that you're trying to go down. And so when you envision this person, you need to actually think of yourself of going through all of these battles along the way. What is the personality? What is the persona that you are going to have inside of you? If there is a time where people are going to challenge you, challenge your family, challenge your loved ones, challenge your relationships, you need to be ready to flip the switch whenever it's need be. Rather than being the nice guy, hell no. You have to learn how to flip that switch. It's just like athletics. If you are coming from the background like I was, from being in football, and if you're playing any position like I did, of playing outside linebacker, there's a different demeanor. There's a different switch in your brain that has to click in. This same switch has to click in the real world, or people will walk over you. Learn to flip this switch. Learn that your consistent behavior has to be in line with the identity that you are trying to get to. Do not let people walk over you. You need to develop and learn the system that actually helps you become the man that you want to be.